Okey pokey artichokes again. You were watching Lifeline for Linear, and it's time for you to take the magnificence, witness the joy and wonder of this game, which is truly one of the games of all time. Astrid the Horror Girl, let's give her a phenomenal welcome for her any percent run of Dementium 2 HD.
Thank you very, very much for the introduction. Hello, I am Astrid the Horror Girl. I run this game, Dementium 2 HD. It is one of the games of all time, indeed. I am the current world record holder in it, and this is one of my favorite speedruns just ever, period. It's so good. It's amazing. And as you can tell by the main menu splash screen that we have here, it's phenomenal and a work of art. It is Dementium 2 HD because the original version was on the Nintendo DS, and it was ported over to the PC, which is why every time you load the game, if you have two monitors, it loads between your monitors. It's a masterpiece, is what I have to say. Once I click on easy here, the timer will begin. So are we about ready?
Let's do it to it.
All right, then we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, in case you're wondering what happened in Dementium 1 that I need to know about to go into Dementium 2, nothing. That's what. Because if I explained it, it still wouldn't make sense as to what it has to do with this game, except for these zombies, which are zombies that moo at you. That is correct. The zombies in this game moo, and that is their whole thing, is they moo. When I have to fight them, which does happen occasionally, you'll see me try to go up behind them, and that is because when they get hit, they fall backwards every single time, and if you're swinging your knife, it can make them fall backward into the knife, and it will make you hit them more times than you're actually supposed to, and it will kill them faster. So that is one thing that you'll see in the fights. But first, the first bit of speed tech that you'll see here, which is we're picking up that adrenaline syringe, coming over to the save point, we're gonna use it, and then we're gonna save immediately, and we're gonna load that save. Now we have infinite adrenaline, and we go faster and have more endurance for the entire run now that we have done that little glitch. And we are now here at the first boss fight, and come back here. So the idea of this boss is just, you want it to go on the ceiling as little as possible so you can keep stabbing it. That's not really up to you though. This is a very RNG heavy boss fight. You want it to not do that attack, unfortunately. That's the really, really, really long attack. So it's unfortunate that that one happened, but the fight's over, and that is the first boss fight done. With that, we can pick up this gun and this card and be moving along to the first area where we have to kill enemies. There's lots of areas where you have to kill all the enemies for the doors to unlock, and that is sadly one of the areas that we are in right now. Once again, trying to get behind them or just a little bit beside them in the back so that we do extra damage. And that's the general rule of doing this speedrun is, if you have to fight them, try to get behind them if you can. But until then, we just have a lot of routed running, so Iggy, I'm curious what your first impressions of this game are.
They're just mooing. Why moo? How come moo?
A real question.
I'd say amazing sound design, but the sound design is a choice. Let's put it that way.
It
I
is.
mean, it's not. I'm not offended by it. I'm more curious about it than anything.
Yeah, no, I definitely feel that. It's something to behold, is what I have taken to referring it as. Like, there's really nothing else quite like it. And like, what does that meeting look like? Someone goes, all right, we need a sound for the zombie. We could get some voice actors in here, record. Somebody goes, oh, I took the liberty of doing that already. went to the farm, recorded some cows. I think you'll like what you heard. And no one at that meeting said, I don't think we should do that.
I'm on the way to a squash game. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, just send it. Yeah, I'm ready to hit the court. Yeah,
pretty much.
My word.
We are about to come across, first of all, it's going to give us the flashlight, which we are basically just not going to use in this run, but it makes you pick it up. We're going to switch back to the hammer, but here's the best line in the game. The cheese is all gone. Devastating news in the horror game community.
You just cut it off from right onto you, right there in that dialogue. It's a shame.
Yeah. Then you have to think to yourself, well, then why am I even playing this game? You know, if there's no cheese. These little ghostly, kind of like, purplish, black, blue figures that are floating around. If you run into them, they send you to a place that I lovingly call Thunderdome. And it's just another room that you're locked in. You have to kill everything until you get out. And that's slow, so we're just not gonna do any of that. Some of them are put in very tricky spots where you kind of have to really think about evading them, but I've played this game a lot, so I am confident that we'll be fine. We're coming up here on the end of the first chapter. Hopefully nothing is in a bad place in these caves so that we can just run past them. We'll have to backtrack through here later, so I will be hoping again that they aren't going to be in the way. But yeah, that is chapter 1. All right, there is Ghost Friend, Blue Ghost Friend. I'm not sure what that Ghost Friend does. He's not very good for the speedrun because you do start limping when you run into him and your screen gets obscured, but that's about it. You just kind of get cold. That's about it. And as far as I know, this game doesn't like have a distinguishing cold damage versus blunt damage kind of thing, so it's an interesting enemy, is what I'm saying. Now we have our first survival horror puzzle. Oh, pretty good RNG on the dials. We're gonna now go to an interesting bit of save text. So whenever you start a new game, since all the codes in this game are randomized, you never really know what you're gonna get at any of the doors, but you know where to find the codes for these doors. So we're gonna save here because that save is very close to a door that we need to open. And we're gonna go get the code for that, and then instead of running all the way back once we have the code, we can just reload from that save to be closer. Simple stuff. But we just gotta remember what the code is when we see it. And the code is upstairs in this room that we grabbed the key for. And the code is 678. Not great RNG on that code, because you have to turn the dials to the numbers. So those numbers are kind of in the middle. So the best ones to get are something like 002 or something like that, since they all start on 0. But it is what it is. We're gonna grab this key now, and then do a little backtracking. Oh yeah.
Hey. Oh yeah.
Those little slugs on the ground. they basically are just in the way. That's all they do.
As they do. As they do. We actually do have a little cheese coming in. We have $25 from a friend, 3pup, with a comment that just says simply, less than 3. Thank you, 3pup.
Aw.
We appreciate your contribution.
Yeah, thank you, 3pup. Yeah.
Buddy, keep those exclamation donate donations coming in. Thank you, everybody.
Oh. Oh, you did die. Okay. Game confused me. This is another area where everything has to die. And the faster we kill it, the faster we can move on. And that should be the one. All right. So, now we are going to fight, the second boss of this game, which is this, lady who likes to do a variation of attacks. Hopefully she just does the one where she flies at us, which is always the first attack that she does. Hopefully she just does that over and over again. There you are. Just kind of want to look for the red eyes. Uh-oh. Missed one. Unfortunate. That she's doing the ground cutting thing, and she's doing that one where she disguises yourself as some woman that you keep seeing in your dreams. Don't ask me to make sense of this game. I can't. You see, there's story in this game. I know there is. But it's not my fault that it doesn't make a lot of sense in the way that it is presented. Anywho, now we have that postcard, and so we can backtrack all the way to back inside the building that we were in earlier. And the good thing about that, about having this dagger, is basically it has us unlock this one door that we couldn't unlock earlier. And I've found the code that you need to open the door that the dagger fits into. Early. I found a way to get to that area by going out of bounds early, but you need the dagger, and you simply cannot get the dagger without doing the boss fight, so it is unfortunate. But we have a lot of backtracking to do, so any messages or any things that you want to shout out, Iggy, go for it.
Yeah, Astrid, thank you. Again, we're here at Lifeline, which is a mutual aid marathon raising money for our fellow speedrunning friend LinearC, who recently became a single mother and has accrued a lot of unexpected debt. In response, her friends and community, all of us, and yes, all of you watching, have come #here together to present 5 days of amazing speedruns in her support. And again, if you want to help Linear directly, and with the chat motion going on to make me moo, evidently, you could donate using exclamation donate in chat. And we do have a $6.60 donation from Erica Lawless. The comment that reads, Satan made me do it. Also, go Astrid. Less than 3. Aww.
Thank you, Erica. We still got plenty of backtracking, so how is the Signalis stuff coming along?
Yeah, taking a look at that right now. The Signalis... Oh, whoa, we do have some activity bouncing on that Signalis bid war. The Dimitrescu daughter model is now what we're going to be starting out with, evidently. We're going to have some strawberry jelly on the big space, at least for a little bit. But again, through Signalis, you actually can keep on donating to make that costume change happen. We have the technology. It's going to be a good time, so everybody keep it coming in. Let's go.
All right, so here is the door code here. I have forgotten it. It is 64122. And now we don't have that dagger anymore. We had that dagger for that extremely brief amount of time. Now we're just back to this other knife. Once again, we're going around the walking invitations to Thunderdome because once again, I will remind you, we do not want to go to Thunderdome. We want to be speedrunning the video game. So we're coming up pretty fast on the first out of bounds skip that we're gonna do in this game. And I'm pretty excited to show it off. The idea of these out of bounds is standing in a certain position where you are at the same time in bounds as you are out of bounds, and the game doesn't know where you are. And because of that, we try to trick the game into thinking that we could be anywhere. And for that, it will load the entire map for us and not just section by section. So we are gonna... Ooh, a little finicky. We're gonna try to load in the whole map. Not quite. And hopefully... There it is. There's the map. We are just gonna hop on over. That saves one of the most difficult puzzles in the game that is in fact randomized every time. So even if you go into that puzzle knowing what you're doing completely, you're still gonna save at the very least 1 minute. So that's a huge save. Here we're just gonna lure this guy out so he's not blocking the path, and then we can go around, pick up the bones, jump over this ledge. The game doesn't think you should be allowed to jump over the ledge, so there's simply no fall damage in this game. And remember that for later when we fall a very, very, very long way. Skipping a huge section of the game. So we're gonna get shot by some dudes with guns because bullets are just a suggestion of pain and we don't actually care that much. That's another of my favorite lines. You and I share a special bond. After all, how many people can say they've actually touched your brain? And I love that line because it made me realize that, you know, maybe we do have more in common with our neurosurgeons than we once thought.
I want that quilted on something. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. All right, we have more of these folks to fight so that we can get an item they want to give me. Also, I want to point out they're all floating right now. I don't know why this happens on this map, but all the enemies are floating, which is why they're so much taller than me. Sometimes this just loads in and it's like that. And again, I will restate it. It's because the game is a masterpiece. We're gonna do a safety save right there. Just in case things do not go well. Gonna go past that enemy. Jump up here, and we're gonna do that same out of bounds skip that you saw earlier. Jump on this cabinet. And this time we're gonna, ooh, I hope that's good. We're gonna try to go, there we go. Load in the whole map while we're falling, just like that. And we're gonna try to get up there again. And going right along the edge. We're gonna get back to this hallway so that we can go in this room now. The reason that we go there, because you might think, well, that doesn't save too much time going out of bounds. There's so many triggers that you cannot avoid that spawn all these different forced fight areas. So it's actually saving a lot of time doing that so that you don't have to do any of those forced fight areas that it would put you in otherwise. Here's another boss. This gun, he's allergic to bullets, so you just shoot him and he dies. And that's the end of that boss. Now we are going to do the mine skip. This is the largest skip in the entire game. And this one's a little tricky, but it really is worth it to try as many times as you want to because it just saves so much time. So first we're going to jump at this rock because as we do, we can actually climb the rock all the way to the top of the map. We're going to slide here a little bit. There we go. We're going to grab that save right there. And while we're out of bounds, we're going to try to load in everything again. Just slightly not in the right spot. There we go. And now we're going to do a tremendous fall right here. And that takes us to the Colossus boss. Who's this lovely big guy right here? I always wait a little bit because sometimes if you start running too fast, he just sinks through the floor and you're soft locked. So, you know, we don't want that. Now we're just going to throw dynamite, and that's basically the idea. So, I will ask again, Iggy, what do you think of this masterpiece of a horror video game?
As interesting as the remaster is, I'm curious how this runs on the original hardware. This is very involved for like a DS game. Golly.
Oh yeah.
Who's this friend? Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the Colossus. He is a friend. He's a big friend.
Hey, we also got a big friend in our donations. We have $6.66 coming in from who else? Satan herself. She says, I made me moo it. And I guess I got to do the moo now. Moo! Oh boy. Astrid,
Wait a minute.
killing it.
Was that you, or was that one of the MP3 files from the game for the zombies?
Yeah, I was the voice actor for this. Surprise!
Oh!
What the heck? Satan continues, Astrid, you're killing it. And I'm loving this run. Putting this towards the Signalis option, because Big's going to play Signalis. It's a no-brainer. Heck yeah. Thank you, Satan. And let's see, does that change any activity? Oh, the Signalis suit. Now in the top slot for the for Big's model bid war. Yeah, little activity going on, and like I said, that can continue during on the run, everybody. So again, exclamation donate in the chat. Keep those donations coming in to help out Linear and your son. Thank you, everybody, and back to you, Astrid.
Thank you, thank you. We have a puzzle solved. Here is the Great Cave of Doom. I will let you know why it is the Great Cave of Doom after I have gone through it. Because to speak of why it is the Cave of Doom is to ask for its doom to be inflicted upon you. So I will not utter it. It's like Macbeth, you know? Sometimes that cave will make the game crash, but it did not, so we're good. Hooray. Ah, another quote from this game. We're like two sides of the same coin. Neither of us can exist without destroying the other. And I'm just wondering if that's how coins work, and I just haven't understood that this whole time.
That's why double-sided coins are like so volatile, speaking, you know, from a material perspective. They'll self-annihilate. Just watch out.
Man, I have to be careful about that. That's intense.
That's,
All right. Once again, we are going past all of those triggers, and there's even more triggers now. So we are making sure that we do not run into those. And we are coming up on the end running part of the game. This is a big backtrack. This hallway we actually go in way earlier in the game, but we skipped very early on. Because we finally have the relic weapon. That's what was left behind from the Colossus that you saw earlier. We are going to Now do a guessing game. There are 7 words that this one combination can be. We're gonna keep guessing words until it lets us in, because if you guess it in the first 4 tries, you technically save time. So we are gonna do that. Is it Eden? It is not. Is it Envy? It is not. Is it Holy? It is. All right. By the way, if NBZ is around, NBZ, you know what you did. This used to be a fun speedrun where, you know, there was no RNG on guessing, and everyone knew that this could probably go faster if people just guessed that combination. But no, NBZ had to go ahead and like get world record with guessing, which made all of us have to go and get world record by guessing, so.
Oh, she's here. She says you're welcome.
Indeed. But yeah, this is last call for messages while we're running through this whole section, so if there's anything you want to say, Iggy, we got time.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, once again, we're going to call attention to that Signalis run. The Signalis is still in the lead. Hey, and we got a $6.66 donation from Erica Lawless. Oh, it's punny. It says it cannot be uttered without causing madness. It's a moo. Oh, I'll do the moo one more time. Oh, boy, I need to throw a lozenge. Thank you, Erica.
You did that right when one of the zombies spawned in, and I was like, oh, man, 2 of them. I didn't remember 2 of them being there.
Hello, and we do have a raid coming in. Clockwork, Ophelia, Oofy, and friends. Welcome, raiders, and again, welcome to Lifeline for Linear. We're a mutual aid marathon raising money for fellow speedrunner LinearC, who recently became a single mother and has accrued a lot of unexpected debt as a result of the circumstances. We've been live from February 19th to this very night for approximately 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time each day with incredibly fast speedruns that are sure to entertain and wow. For more information, type !LFL in the chat, and more importantly, friends, type !donate to get that donation link. We are on a train to get Resident Evil 2 speedrun tonight. Any and all donations go towards making that happen. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for watching. And why don't you chill with us? Have a little bit. Have a move. Why not?
You remember earlier when I said all the enemies were floating? I am the one floating now.
Oh,
which is why they're all smaller than me. I'm just floating above them. Alright, so now we are here at Final Boss. There will be a little bit of gameplay after Final Boss, but just a little bit. Let's get into it. Final Boss is a big old worm. We gotta shoot him in the glowing weak spot, as horror bosses go. You understand? He's doing the annoying attacks. This is not great boss RNG. That's okay. Gonna heal real quick. Just to make sure. This is what we want right here. Get good damage on that. Oh, another one. Very good. If we can get that one more time, please. No, we're gonna do that one, okay. Oh, that's a good one too. One more hit will be the final boss. And time is gonna be coming up right when we get to the end of this hall. Time. And
GG.
Look at this wonderful ending cutscene. You got snatched into the mirror realm. Oh my goodness. That is Dementium 2 HD. So I know that everyone here is thinking, wow, what an incredible game. I want to be speedrunning this right now. I have great news for you. I've made a speedrun tutorial for this game, and I would love other runners because I'm also the moderator of the speedrun boards on SRC for this. Please come and speedrun this game. But other thoughts that you might have is donating to this mutual aid fund a good idea? Yes, it is. You should. LinearC is wonderful. LinearC is a terrific and wonderful speedrunner of also horror games, much like I am, is a terrific individual. And whenever the community does these mutual aid speedrunning events, it's always very heartwarming to see because we as a community come together and are out here to help, and it fills my heart with hope, and I hope that it does all the same for y'all too. Thank you very much for being a part of this and for donating and watching.
Sorry, I got a little choked up there. Thank you for those incredible, inspiring words to close out this excellent, unique, and wonderful run of Dementium 2 HD. One more time, give it up for Astrid. Kindly do. Everybody in chat, pretty please. What a legend, this chat says. Couldn't agree more. And everybody, y'all are doing amazing tonight. The final night of Lifeline for Linear on the crest of approaching $3,700. And we're going to go ahead and take it all the way up to $4,000 to get that artifact ending in Signalis. And then this sucker train is going to go going electrical to speed all the way to get Resident Evil 2 on the schedule. But yeah, let's take a moment here to relax and recenter ourselves. Get a little water, maybe get a little juice, something with some sugar in it, or not. It's depending on your dietary needs. But yeah, we'll be back in just a moment here at Lifeline for Linear. Stick around, kindly do.